still live streaming?
Yes, sir. You ready for this?
I'm excited.
Cool.
This is going to be the fun one.
Yeah. You shaking hands or anything for Empire Degrees? No?
Zoe and Matthew. Matthew hands out the charms.
Okay, cool.
I'm the chair. Well, there's three of us, all the boys.
All right, I'll make sure to stay framed up on you.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
Cool.
I can't believe this is it. Crazy.
Yeah.
Same.
You're going to get emotional?
Probably. At the end. Probably. During the, I think I'll be decently well until we take the jacket off. Then I'm like, yeah, that's when I'll be like, whoa.
It's hard, dude. It's hard.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. What do you got planned for tonight?
Just hanging out with everybody. Last night with the team, so you know, it's a blast.
Are you guys staying the night in Buffalo?
Yeah, we stay here just because we're normally too tired and emotional to drive all the way home.
Sure.
So normally we have to stay home.
Sweet. Yeah, that'll be fun.
You're home tonight?
Yeah, I have to leave right after session, so if I don't get to see you, dude, so proud of you this week.
It was awesome.
You
Thanks for coming. You're amazing.
Mark.
Keep in touch.
We will.
There we go, Jake.
I'm boogie though.
You want here? Where do you want to go, Jake?
Perfect.
Let's go this time.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. I can tell you what, the Cartwright don't give you breathing room.
little bit tight. If you need to go unzip it in the bathroom or something.
Oh, you're good. I'm fine. It's just not tight. It's just I'm sweating now.
Good. All the dancing now.
I'm not in like my athletic one. I'm in my April usual. Like good jeans pants. I have another pair that I use.
But it's not really built for moving around, I guess.
I'm going back to
All right, take care.
ready for it. Let's go.
Yeah, I have the agri-science fair kids with nationals. And then
Every generation is handed a word and asked what they'll do. Across New York everything, that question has been answered, one member at a time. A year ago, we gathered to celebrate 100 years of New York State FFA. And now, we choose our future to build on the next century.
Whoa. 100 years? That's a long time. Let's go back to business.
We believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith formed not of words, but of deeds. We are students driven by the pursuit of what comes next, driven towards our future by investing in our potential now.
We are learning to do, doing to learn, learning to live, and living to serve.
101 years of people who planted their roots and cultivated our future.
You want to know what your FFA is going to do with the world we've invented? We will show up fully for our part in Matt's part of the past. Because legacy isn't built by those who live in the right moment.
This is the dawn of a new era for New York FFA. That's FFA 101. You are the difference. The convention hall will come to order. We are now holding the final session of the 101st New York FFA State Convention. Vice President Feigary, are all officers at their stations?
I shall call the roll of officers, determine if they are at their stations, and report back to you, President Valencia. The Sentinel.
Stationed by the door.
Door, door, door!
Your duties there.
Through this door pass many friends of the FFA. It is my duty to see that the door is open at all times to our friends and that they are welcome. I care for the meeting room and paraphernalia. I strive to keep the room comfortable and assist the President in maintaining order.
The reporter.
The reporter is stationed by the flag.
USA! USA!
Why by the flag?
As the flag covers the United States of America, so I strive to inform the people in order that every man, woman, and child may know that FFA is a national organization that reaches from Alaska to the Virgin Islands and from the state of Maine to Hawaii.
The treasurer.
Stationed by the Emblem of Washington.
Door, door, door!
Your duties there.
I keep a record of receipts and disbursements just as Washington kept his farm accounts, carefully and accurately. I encourage thrift among the members who strive to build up our financial standings through savings and investments. George Washington was better able to serve his country because he was financially independent.
The secretary. Stationed by the ear of corn.
Corn, corn, corn!
Your duties there.
I keep an accurate record of all meetings and correspond with other secretaries wherever corn is grown and FFA members meet.
The advisor.
Here by the owl.
Why by the owl?
The owl is a time-honored emblem of knowledge and wisdom. Being older than the rest of you, I'm asked to advise you from time to time as the need arises. I hope that my advice will always be based on true knowledge and right-minded wisdom. Vice President Feigary, why do you keep a plow at your station?
The plow is a symbol of labor and tillage of soil. Without labor, neither knowledge nor wisdom can accomplish much. My duties require me to assist at all times in directing the work of our organization. I preside over meetings in absence of our president, whose place is beneath the rising sun.
And why is the president so stationed?
The rising sun is a token of a new era in agriculture. If we shall follow the leadership of our president, we'll be led out of the darkness of selfishness and into the glorious sunlight of brotherhood and cooperation. President Valencia, for the final time, all officers are at their stations.
Thank you, Vice President Feigary. The Secretary will call the roll of members. There are approximately 3,153 members and guest President Valencia. Why are we here?
We can accomplish our purposes, and I declare this final session of the 101st New York FFA State Convention duly open for the transaction of business or attentions to any matters which shall now be properly presented. New York FFA, welcome to the final session of this year's convention. I think we have a pretty epic trio to lead us through this session. Let's meet our session chairs now.
About my best friend, the one boy, cuddly toy, my
mean, it was a high energy race, but I think I'm done with bananas and who knows what else being flung at me.
I mean, come on. When we agreed to commit to the rest of our year as being an epic trio, we knew every moment wouldn't be comfortable. It'd just be awesome. But this is a little awkward.
I mean, how can they compare to the best epic trio that is out there? Us.
Impossible. But this commitment has me feeling a little bit closer to the heart of our organization. You know, FFA is full of these trifectas of glory. There's the career development events, the programs of activities, state leaders experience.
Future Farmers of America. Yeah, I think our epic trio represents some of the best of our organization. I mean, how else can you convince the girls to let us share the final session of the 101st New York State Convention? Even they don't know what's going on yet.
In this session, we're going to take a look at our leadership development event winners and uphold long-held traditions while recognizing our final chapters for the National Chapter Award.
There's still time to be celebrated as we recognize our Empire Degree recipients, recognize our support systems, and crown the next, wait for it, State Officer Team.
There's a lot to get done here, but we're going to keep things off.
I cannot believe we got less than 2 hours left of these jackets.
2 is less than 3, and I think we all know what I think about that.
So let's get things started by welcoming some special guests to the stage. We've been honored to have speakers who devote themselves to supporting those of us in the Blue Jackets. And this next speaker is not an exception. Mr. Kyle Hale from the New York Farm Bureau represents another type of trifecta. He's a past state officer, or past FFA member, who is here at the current FFA convention celebrating us because he believes in the future of agriculture. Let's welcome Mr. Kyle Hale from the New York Farm Bureau to the podium.
Good afternoon, FFA. How's everyone doing? It's crazy to be back here. My last state convention I attended 7 years ago, so it's my honor to be here in a room filled with passionate individuals dedicated to the future of agriculture. Our FFA students, your dedication, hard work, whether in the classroom, in the barn, or at countless FFA events has helped you gain tremendous leadership skills, learn valuable life lessons, and cultivate a deep understanding of the vital role agriculture plays in our world. The first time you've been on the coveted Blue Jacket, it marks the beginning of your journey in FFA, but it also represents a commitment to your future path in the wide world of agriculture. But that path can't be trailed alone. You need role models and mentors to help you shape your ambitions, facilitate connections, and actively engage in mentorship. That's where Farm Bureau comes in. Our collaboration with FFA has a long history. We strive to help young and aspiring farmers make their way in their careers and become leaders in the field. From hosting networking events to sponsoring workshops, to simply being there to talk to. Farm Bureau is a key ingredient in shaping the next generation of farmers and ag professionals. Our free student memberships are just beginning that relationship. One we hope is a stepping stone to create lifelong Farm Bureau members, and our partnerships extend beyond Farm Bureau. We also partner with Nationwide to present the prestigious Gold Novel Awards every year to agricultural educators making a difference. I'm sure many people in this room would agree that one special teacher was instrumental in their success and in their interests of FFA. We must continue to promote and honor those committed to agriculture in the classroom, where it all begins for so many. That commitment to education continues with the Collegiate Farm Bureau, where many FFA students find a multitude of opportunities to learn from experts and grow their careers. You are the future of agriculture. We need your energy, your passion, and your commitment as we enter into the new era of farming, where old traditions meet modern, innovative solutions. Congratulations on a successful year, and more importantly, thank you for choosing to be a part of agriculture. Thank you.
Let's give it up for Mr. Kyle Hale.
Even at the start of our nation, it all came down to an epic Boyd trio. Just as they picked the words that have defined our nation, our Junior Creed and Spanish Creed speakers will do just that as they represent us at the National FFA Convention, proving the value of the creed has any language. Let's bring them out now.
I'm James Kelly from the Loudville FFA chapter.
I'm Umberto Santos from the Tully FFA chapter.
And today we'll be presenting the FFA Creed. The FFA Creed by Ian Tiffany. I believe in the future of agriculture, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Achievements won by the present and past generations of agriculturists. In the promise of better days through better ways, even as the better things we now enjoy have come to us from the struggles of former years.
Creo que vivir y trabajar en una buena finca o dedicarse a otras actividades agrícolas es agradable y al mismo tiempo es un reto, porque conozco las alegrías e inconvenientes de la vida agrícola y mantengo una afición innata por aquellas asociaciones que no le negaré ni siquiera en horas de desafío.
I believe in leadership from ourselves and respect from others. I believe in my own ability to work efficiently and think clearly, with such knowledge and skill as I can secure, and in the ability of progressive agriculturists to serve our own and the public interest in producing and marketing the product of our toil.
Creo en menos dependencia de la caridad y más poder en la negociación, en la vida abundante y en que haya suficiente riqueza honesta para ayudar a que así sea, tanto para los demás como para mí, sin necesidad de caridad y más de ella cuando sea necesario. Creo en ser feliz y en ser más honesto con aquellos cuya felicidad depende de mí.
I believe that American agriculture can and will hold true to the best traditions of our national life, and that I can exert an influence in my home and community, which will stand solid for my part in that inspiring task. Thank you.
Let's hear it again for our amazing Creed speakers.
Dude, they're not even broken.
I'm sorry, it's the only spell I know that doesn't take anybody out, if you know what I mean. You should be grateful.
With that context, I am. But wait, if I'm Harry and you're Ron, who are you?
I took a little bit of creative liberty and I present to you he, my name. And who knows, I could be the smartest bitch of my age.
Could be, but when we recognize our chapters later, who are doing the real magic in their communities, their chapters with their members, and making a difference on the future of agriculture. But the wizards in question are chapter officer teams, who are doing whatever they can to make their chapters, their communities, and their members have the best days, the best weeks, and the best days, and the best weeks possible.
And we like teams.
So let's bring them to the stage.
Our National Chapter Award is a measure of excellence for how our chapters are serving their students, their communities, and agriculture in a well-rounded way. From the start of a plan with that program of activities to reflecting on the success and impact of those activities, our gold-ranked chapters have been intentional about filling their chapters with the good stuff. Our 2026 gold-ranked chapters are Cambridge, Groton, 2026 model of innovation in the area of growing leaders is Tri-Valley FFA. Our 2026 model of innovation in the area of building communities is Panier FFA. And our 2026 model of innovation in the area of strengthening agriculture is Tri-Valley FFA. Finally, the chapter with the strongest overall development and implementation of their program of activities as a whole is identified as our National Chapter Award Chapter of the Year. Our top chapter is Tri-Valley FFA. Congratulations, and thank you for the great work you're doing to lead your chapters to success.
The National Chapter Award is not the only award bestowed upon a chapter within New York State FFA. Because the New York Agricultural Society loves to award good chapters for doing good things. Why don't we welcome our Ag Society representative to the stage to share more about how your chapter will be recognized in 2027.
Hello, New York FFA. My name is Triana Burgos-Farnan, and I am here with the New York Agricultural Society. The New York State Agricultural Society is an organization whose mission aims to build and support a robust agricultural industry in New York by providing networking and educational opportunities for our strongest advocates, decision makers, and aspiring leaders. A key component of this mission is the annual forum marked by industry panels, guest speakers, and the highlight of our day, our Commissioner's State of Agriculture Address. I had the privilege of being introduced to Ag Society through their ambassador program, which was created to provide meaningful networking, leadership, and elite industry insight into agriculture in our state for young professionals. With this program, I was able to attend an annual forum where I attended various tours, listened to guest speakers, and connected in intentional ways to leaders in industry. The ambassador program is open to young adults 18 to 25 who have a passion for agriculture. I would highly recommend this program, especially to those of you who are looking to pursue a career in agriculture. Today, however, I would like to highlight another amazing opportunity that our organization provides. The New York Ag Society FFA Chapter of the Year Award aims to highlight robust and unique chapters from across the state. This year, we are honored to highlight our 2026 New York Ag Society Chapter of the Year, the Women FFA. This award would not have been possible without our sponsorship from UNC Dairy, and we have appreciated the support that they are providing our FFA chapters. With that, I'd like to introduce Jeanette Haberling, our president of the New York State Ag Society.
Thanks, Triana. This has been such a great joy. Not growing up with FFA in my high school or in my community, I had no idea what being blue means. And like me, hundreds of students since have not had the opportunity for better communication, problem-solving skills, and learning about opportunities in agriculture that the FFA allows for. And better late than never, right? 5 years ago, I started getting involved with the FFA directly, whether it was judging contests, offering workshops, or sharing a meal with you. Each year, I come away from this event more inspired that our future is in good hands with you all, the next generation of ag. Fair Family Farms, the company that my family has owned for 102 years, believes in developing youth careers in agriculture.
solving the agricultural's greatest challenges, building networks for greater collaboration, and opening career paths for fundamental excellence in agriculture. Can Triana and I get a quick selfie of all of you? It's $1,500. You guys didn't even laugh. So right now you're probably wondering, how do I get that? I'm going to turn it back over to Triana, who's going to give you all the details. Awesome. So with this program, our deadline for this year has changed. So we will now have programs or the applications for this program due June 30th, with our winners being recognized next January at the 2027 Annual Forum. Our applications include a questionnaire and a brief video highlighting your chapter's achievements. Please visit nysagsociety.org or scan the QR code to go directly to that application for that program. It is also housed under our Chapter of the Year Award under our awards page. Thank you all so much, and we hope to see your applications soon.
Who are you gonna call? Ghostbusters! Okay, guys, this one kind of feels like a cheat. There's 4 Ghostbusters, and there's only 3 of us.
Yes, but you promised we're on Halloween costumes again. Alright guys, technically in the beginning of the movie there were only 3 Ghostbusters. That is until Winston came along and changed the 3 of our lives and made us into leaders and amazing teammates. It kind of reminds us of the Golden Owl Award.
Yeah, Gold Owl was sponsored by Nationwide Insurance, so let's invite their representative on the stage now to speak.
Great to be here. Your teachers have made you promise to give you a test. There's only 2 questions. First one is, do you know who Big Manny is? Okay, he's the spokesman for Nationwide. Well, he was going to be here, but instead he got stuck with me. So, second question is, do you know what the Nationwide song is? Okay, we're going to have to practice a little bit. So, but people are asking, why is Nationwide so involved with agriculture? It's the fact that we started from the Ohio Farm Bureau back in 1926 to serve farmers in Ohio. Now we've expanded from there to be a Fortune 70 company. Our board of directors, 8 out of 16 of them are farmers. The chairman of the board is a farmer. So that's our dedication to agriculture. And we're honored to be able to support our future in agriculture here today. So let's go. I want to do the challenge. We do this Golden Owl. We started with 2 states back in 2018. Now we've expanded to 15 states. So we do this in 15 states. You guys up for a challenge? Yeah! All right. How about we're going to do the Nationwide jingle. We're going to record it so we can take this back to my marketing department and say, hey, let the other states try to compete with this. So you guys ready? Stand up. Come on. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Nationwide is on your side.
Awesome. Thank you. Now I'll turn it over back.
Thank you, Nationwide.
Thanks, Jack.
District 7, Cheyenne Noel. District 8, Mary Coolbaugh. District 9, Kelly Lopez. District 10, Marissa Hitchcock. Our state winner will receive a trophy, a banner for their classroom, and a $3,000 prize. Help us celebrate someone whose students describe them as an amazing, dedicated, trustworthy, honest, hardworking, and genuine. A person with respect for their entire community that is, quote, untouchable. Their classroom was described as a launchpad of opportunity and a place where they are dedicated to each student, whether or not they are active in FFA. Nominated for their work as a true leader, an advocate, a mentor, a kind soul, and a bright light, our 2026 Golden Owl is someone who sets a standard by which all teachers in New York State and nationally can be measured. And those are the kind of accolades we will not take for granted. Help us in championing our New York State Golden Owl, Miss Mary Coolbaugh.
When you think about it, we all start as some sort of trio. Eventually, out of the blue, we come along to fulfill our parents' every hope and dream. All jokes aside, we all start as a trio. One that's there to help us grow, one that's there to support us and love us all the way. Eventually, that trio can expand siblings, cousins, aunts, uncles, step-family, and more. You at FFA, think about your families and your support systems as we welcome our own to the stage. Let's hear it for our support system.
Our year of service as state officers takes us far throughout the state and beyond. What's sacrificed, however, is that it also takes us far from our benefits, the people with money. New York FFA, please join us in taking it up.
Mom, thank you for teaching me the importance of sacrifice for the people we love. This year, we have made so many sacrifices to allow me to serve in this role. You always hold me with confidence and reassure me that I am capable of so much. Your sacrifices have fueled me to continue to make a difference and strive for the dreams. My achievements are yours too. Dear friend, thank you for being the one to step up and for all the words of encouragement and advice this year. You are a support system I am so grateful to have. Nick and Leo, you guys are the foundation in my life. Watching you both grow has been one of the greatest blessings. The greatest gift Mom ever gave us was each other, and there is truly no better trio than us. I am so proud of you, our big sister.
New York FFA, join me in thanking my mom and uncle, Lorena and Cesar Perez.
Mom, thank you for always supporting me. No matter the situation, you breathe confidence into me and showed me that I was with you. I wouldn't be the leader I am today if it wasn't for you teaching me patience, kindness, and how to work well with others. Dad, thank
Thank you for constantly showing me what it looks like to be a hard worker. Because of you, I learned to take risks, commit myself to the success of others, and to put my full effort into everything that I do. To my siblings, thank you for always keeping me updated with everything I miss, and for showing me what it is like to have lifelong friends. Although we are all about to go our own ways, remember I'm only one Starbucks or McDonald's from away.
Dear FFA, join me in thanking my parents, Kristen and John Vigary.
Mom, thank you for always encouraging me to dream big, think carefully, and stay confident in who I am. Dad, thank you for your constant support and advice, no matter the situation. To you both, I am so incredibly grateful for your willingness to adapt and be there for me, regardless if I'm 5 minutes or 5 hours away from home. To my grandparents and extended family, I endlessly appreciate your caring and curious attitudes. For those of you who drove me to Midland events before Mom and Dad would let me drive my car more than 30 minutes from home, thank you. I quite literally wouldn't have gotten to where I am today without you. I love you all to the day back.
New York FFA, please join me in thanking my parents, Shelley and Adam Herod.
Dad, thank you for building me into the leader, teammate, and man I am today. Without you, I don't know where I would be. I give you all the credit in the world because you deserve it. Jess, thank you for always being there when it mattered most. Never missing a baseball game to pick me up for my late night practices. You are the best bonus mom a boy could ask for. Mom, although you're never an FFA, you embrace the role of FFA mom to its fullest potential. I want to be the person I am and work for you, and I can never thank you enough. Blake, I have never been more proud in my life than I am of who you have become. Even though most of our interactions are over the phone, they are always the highlight of my day. And you are who I miss most every day I spend in college or on the road. Thank you all for being my support system this year and long after.
New York FFA, please help me in thanking my mom and dad, Sarah Hoffman and Mark Hoffman, and my stepmother, Jessica Hoffman.
Thank you for sparking my love for FFA. A very popular saying says that siblings are built to the best friend. And while our childhood feuds didn't exactly match that, I'm glad we found our place, and even more, our friendship. Watching you at events always made me so proud to call you my big sister. Dad, thank you for teaching me that failure is not final, that it should only motivate me more. Thank you for teaching me that with a little confidence, a smile on my face, and a firm handshake, I will go far. Mom, with you working right at our school, I had never had to go far. The next commission set for my next event. Thank you for always being my biggest cheerleader in my experiences this year. Thank you for the constant motivation and confidence boost. Without you, I would not be where I am today.
New York FFA, help me in thanking my parents, Nicole and Aaron Hennig.
Thank you so much for everything. From being my biggest supporter and cheerleader to being the person that keeps me in check. You pushed me to get out of my comfort zone and got me to explore the world without hesitation. I owe a lot of who I am to you, Dad. Thank you for showing me what it means to be a hard worker. Your love and dedication to our family is something that isn't recognized enough. But I wouldn't be the man I am today without you. To my brothers, Ethan and John. Though you get on my nerves a little more than I would like, you never fail to be there for me. Thank you for the hangouts, conversations, support, and late nights playing video games. You both have had such a large impact on me in ways you may never truly know.
New York FFA, help me in thanking my parents, Camille and John Martin.
appreciated and be recognized. Thank you for all you do for our members. FFA members and guests, please help us welcome some talent to the stage.
Hi, my name is Ainsley Fenn, and I proudly represent the Marion FFA chapter, and I will be singing In the Stars by Benson Boone. Woo! Sunday mornings were your favorite. I used to meet you down on Woods Creek.
When I first met Zoe, we weren't just friends, but academic and FFA rivals. Our first competition against each other was freshman year junior Creed Speak. Back then, although she wasn't sure of her voice, she never let that fear hold her back. While the outcome wasn't in her favor, that was only the beginning of her FFA journey. From championing members during chapter officer interviews to advocating for FFA's mission, Zoe has found that confidence within her. FFA has also become a second home for Zoe. Whether she's connecting with members at Camp Asagachi, or let's be honest, missing Mr. Chen's AP Bio class to serve his organization, she has never failed to show up for what truly matters. Zoe, it's only fair for me to say that you have won this academic rivalry by a landslide. You have and continue to inspire me and everyone that you meet because you're someone who doesn't back down in the face of adversity, but instead rises to the challenge. New York FFA continues to be a welcoming place because of your leadership, and I'm excited to see your future accomplishments.
I am here to introduce my older sister, Zoe Valencia. Zoe is the most passionate and hardworking person I have ever met. Even though she always has so many things to do, she helps me no matter what. From helping me with my homework to fixing my clothes, she's always there for me. This year I have seen how much Zoe has done for all of you. And I hope one day to serve with as much as love and purpose as Zoe does when I become an FFA member. I am so grateful to have her as my big sister, and I am so proud of her.
It is our pleasure to introduce and my friend and your 2025 to 2026 State President, Zoe Valencia.
Growing up, I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house, like probably a lot of us did. And each time, I'd be greeted by the bright white walls, family photos, incredible cooking, and one more piece of iconic landscape, a fig tree. This fig tree has been rooted in my family's backyard and has been the backdrop of family photos, celebrations, and birthdays for as long as I can remember. And each year, as I grew, physically and eternally, that fig tree would grow too, becoming taller, fuller, and more rooted. Growth is something that is bound to happen, and we each face it in different stages of our lives. And sometimes, it's hard to admit if you don't like it. Growth can be hard to hide, and it can be painful, painfully obvious, even embarrassing. Like those seasons of life where we suddenly become so clumsy and we try to do everything we can to hide it, but it is impossible. Going back to that fig tree, I always wondered this one thing. Why didn't our fig tree have pretty flowers like the apple and cherry trees in our neighbors' yards did? How was it possible that something so delicious could be created when everything that had been there before was plain, unnoticed, and by comparison, ugly? Well, I eventually learned this. Not every blossom may look the same, but every kind of blossoming has the opportunity to bear fruit. And the fruit is what creates the future. Now, as teenagers, we each face the same singular challenge of figuring out who we are. We try to find our places through hobbies and talents and clubs, but oftentimes it feels like whatever we are doing is way less significant than what our friends are doing. We see our friends being recognized at state convention, competing in a sports game, and winning and holding up shiny plaques and medals. These are the moments when you can see the visible blooms on others. Their potential is visible because they decided to go through experiences like these. And then we turn to look at ourselves, and we see nothing. No visible flowers and no big moments where you can point and say, look, this is where something beautiful begins. And yet, it feels like wherever else we look, we see so many visible blooms on others. We see confidence, talent, and success so clearly displayed on everyone else. When I think of a season in my own life when I struggled to see my own blossoms, I brought back to the day I received my high school acceptance results. For For some context, in New York City, students are required to apply to high schools. I know, pretty crazy. I mean, you're asking a 13-year-old kid to pick a high school that may determine what college and career they're going to? Crazy. Regardless, young Zoe was ready to face this challenge. She spent months researching different high schools that could help her follow through with her perfect plan of going to a good high school, going to an even better college, going to medical school, and finally becoming a doctor. Easy. I mean, I had the grades, I had the passion, I had the extracurriculars. What more could I want? Well, I still remember the moment when I was sitting in my 8th grade classroom. Around me, my classmates and I stared at the envelopes that determined our future. Around me, my classmates began to open their letters, cries of joy and relief. They had gotten into their top choice. I remember being so nervous, but I was ready. I took a deep breath, started to slightly tear the envelope open, and read it. Congratulations, Zoe. You have been accepted into the John Brown High School Agriculture Program. A school that I had ranked last on my list. And honestly, I only added it to my list to make my mom feel better about my application. In that moment, I felt like my entire future was gone. And that entire summer, I dreaded the first day of classes. And when that day came, I felt even more lost, disappointed, and honestly, a little angry. I visited my guidance counselor almost every day, begging her to allow me to submit a transfer application. While my middle school friends were posting about their awesome tours and being in the amazing classrooms and doing labs that I once had dreamed of doing, I was losing myself. I fell into the dangers of comparison. And those moments of comparison, they can make us feel like we're failing. Instead of learning about human biology, I learned about animal science. And instead of learning about how to treat animals, I learned how to treat. Instead of learning how to treat humans, I learned how to treat animals. And while at first I was genuinely hurt and uninterested, little by little I started to fall in love with something that wasn't a part of my plan. To 13-year-old Zoe, my acceptance to John Down made me feel like that fig tree. I believe that because my life didn't look like my friends' lives, my story was flowerless. And we all kind of believe that different blossoms are lesser blossoms, maybe not even blossoms at all. No flower, no fruit. But here's a fun fact about a fig tree. Fig trees do have a blossom. They blossom internally. You don't see it in the same flashy way, but it's there. And with time, support, and opportunity, it bears fruit. For me, John Brown was my support. FFA was my opportunity, and the fruit, well, the fruit was that I genuinely started enjoying agriculture class, competed in my first LTE, and found my best friends to this day. These experiences sealed my love for the John Brown Agriculture Program, and there was no way that I was ever leaving, because it became my home. What I once saw as a setback in my journey actually became the foundation for my growth. At a time when I thought that I was stuck without success or significance, while my friends were visibly blossoming with visible flowers, I was internally blossoming all along. John Brown gave me opportunities that I would have never received anywhere else. Most importantly, joining FFA. FFA allowed me to grow as an officer and as a member. And I'm so thankful for this organization for allowing me to grow into the Zoe standing here today. And remember that plan that 13-year-old Zoe was so focused on? Well, needless to say, I did not follow through directly. And yet, despite how derailed I felt when plans changed, next year I'll be attending my dream university, studying what I've always wanted to. Only now, I have people and experiences that FFA has gifted me. That blossom that I couldn't see at the start, it bloomed. How many of us have ever felt like we weren't doing enough, like we weren't doing enough? Yeah. Compared to the people around us, it's easy to overlook the potential in our own lives. But that doesn't mean that potential isn't there. Comparison is a thief of joy, which means that when we focus on what we believe others experience versus what we know we experience, we can feel less than we are. And if we start to believe the half-truths about what that comparison can say about us, we risk out on opportunities and supports that were available to us in our time. So don't let your future success start by choosing to neglect the potential in your own life. Just how we learned in plant science class, the flower isn't the most important part. about ourselves in the same way. We may wish to have blossoms that are flashy, ordinate, and obvious, and sure, there is joy that comes from that, but we risk out on the opportunities of bearing fruit only we are capable of bringing to life. When I think of the fruits that we give to the world around us, I think of Hannah from the Perry FFA chapter. I met Hannah earlier this year, and she gave me an awesome tour of her greenhouse and shared some of her FFA story with me. What stood out was the amount of volunteer work that Hannah does with younger students. She told me that after years of experiencing mentorship, growth, and belonging in FFA, she wanted to lead others to love agriculture and FFA too. Hannah's life and efforts are helping to bear fruit in the lives of new members who are finding their own place of belonging in FFA. And I've seen so many people bearing their own fruit this year. Joelle from the New York FFA Harbor School is cultivating a reputation as someone who is diligent, informed, and aware of the greater needs of his community through his work with the CCD City Project. I think of the Alexandria Bay Chapter Officer team who is intentional with their actions to help their chapter move forward and empowers their story of their home. And you have this that when you give them, make the world a lot more brighter for us all. Your blossoms may be subtle, or they may be brilliant, but no matter what they look like, they create something good exactly as you are. There is a line in the FFA opening ceremonies that we all recite together to develop those qualities of leadership which an FFA member should possess. This line is a reminder that FFA gives us the opportunities to grow not just in the visible ways, but the internal ways that truly shape who we become. But this growth can only happen when we're willing to embrace it, even if it looks different than what we expected it. And as leaders, we have a greater responsibility to not just grow ourselves, but to help others recognize that they are growing too. So New York FFA, who will you grow into? Your growth may not always be visible, and it may not look like anyone else's, and it may not follow the perfect plan that you once had for yourself. But that doesn't mean that growth isn't happening. Because one day, you'll look back, just like I did at my fig tree, and realize that everything you needed to grow was already within you. So don't wait. Grow anyway. And soon, your own fig trees will be filled with people and experiences and lessons that are rooted in your story. FFA members, you bring value to this world, and don't ever let anyone question that. So believe in the future only you are capable of bringing to life. And go out there and let your flowers create your future.
Toxic laughter this year and your endless leadership truly held our team together. Even after our late night Roblox games, we were up way too late, we were still up, ready in the morning to tackle the next day. You truly led our team with passion, and you're the reason that we all have the opportunity to stand here today. It's true what they say, friends and the family we find along the way. Love you, always. Matthew, Dylan, Kaylee, Leah, and Mark. FFA members and guests, our best friend, your 2025-2026 State FFA President, Zoe Valencia.
the right ingredients, you create something that's a legacy in New York State, in the United States.
Bacon, lettuce, and tomato, it does not get better than this. One of my favorite combos.
That's right. When you combine all of these right ingredients, you become something that holds a legacy in the United States. Something that's desired, respected, and timeless.
Just like our state stars. These finalists have been identified in their respective categories, and of all of our Empire Degree recipients will be recognized here tonight. So let's welcome them to the stage.
Our 2026 State Star in Ag Science is Penyan FFA's Lizzie Lilia. Lizzie's passion for science, innovation, and improving agriculture is clearly evident in her FFA experience, spanning agri-science fair projects, efforts to mitigate invasive species, prepared speeches exploring herbicide resistance, and experiences working with professional researchers at Cornell University. Lizzie's career interests in commodity marketing, but her clear understanding of agri-science empowers her business activity with real understanding of not only the economics of agriculture, but the science that makes or breaks every harvest that goes to market. Let's hear it from Lizzie Lilia, our State Star in Agri-Science. Taylor Chase of the Franklinville FFA chapter is our 2026 State Star in Agribusiness. Taylor operates a firewood business called T. Chase Firewood, where she combines her customer base, including a solo contract with a local campground, with high-quality firewood. She's combined her own work ethic and drive with new skills and added in advice she sought from generations of family experience to become successful. Taylor's firewood business is part of a sustainable enterprise that helps to keep forests and habitats healthy and adds financial value to work being done. Taylor's father earned his Empire Degree and the State Star while he was an FFA. And now Taylor is continuing the family tradition as well as the family business. Let's hear it for Taylor Chase, our State Star in Agribusiness. In the area of agricultural placement, we have 3 district finalists. From the Belleville-Henderson FFA chapter in District 6, Charles Hyman. From the Penyan FFA chapter in District 8, Sarah Hall. And from the Perry FFA chapter in District 9, Anna Rowley. And our State Star in Agricultural Placement is Charles Hyman from Belleville Henderson Charles is part of his family's first-generation dairy farm located in Adams, New York. Together, they milk 650 cows and grow corn and haylage on 1,400 acres. Charles' responsibilities include feeding calves, operating equipment, managing dry cow sepulchers, and helping to make TMR for each cow coop. He is part of their show team and active in judging cattle, establishing himself as an engaged, knowledgeable dairyman. His nominators praise him for his strong work ethic, positive attitude, and drive to accomplish any task. But we see him as the future of Highlight Farms and New York dairy in general. Let's hear it for our State Star in Agricultural Placement, Charles Hyman. The first award in FFA history was the Star Farmer Award, and its significance have saved it for our last here at the New York FFA Convention. And Greenwich's Ryan Armitage is worth the wait. Our 2026 State Star Farmer has established Lower Stone Academy
regular albums, they have a catalog that squeaks at a frequency above the rest.
That's right. Good talent is hard to find, but not even been here at New York City Convention. We have talent that rivals Simon, Elvin, and Igor's. But why don't we check out our top 3 talent finalists and welcome them to the stage.
We are so excited to recognize our top 3 in town. In 3rd place, McKenna Richards, Mohawk Valley. In 2nd place, Ainsley Fenn, Marion. And that means 1st place is Everett Cox. Congratulations! In a few minutes, we'll have you back for your encore performance. Let's hear it for our 2026 talent winner.
Our next group members are about to earn their very own epic trio, their Jackie Award, their chain, and their truck. The Empire degree is the highest degree received within New York State, and it requires diligence within your SAEs and your AAT projects. But first, we'd like to welcome our final honorary Empire degree recipients to the stage.
None of us succeed without significant support from those who invest into our lives. And the honorary degree qualifications allow for those individuals to be recognized.
Parents of 3 or grandparents of 5 Empire degree recipients have met the qualifications, have met the dedication to agriculture and organization. We are so excited to reward you with your own very own honorary Empire degree.
Let's welcome the one family that meets these requirements to the stage.
From the Cuba Rushford FFA chapter, we celebrate Daniel and Sonia Schaefer. Mr. and Mrs. Schaefer are the parents of 3 Empire degree recipients, Brett, Danner, and Adam. Their children's commitment to and success in agriculture reflects on lifetimes of support and encouragement. Well done, Mr. and Mrs. Schaefer.
Would President Valencia please join me at the podium for our Empire degree ceremony?
Secretary Hare, what have you report concerning candidates eligible for this degree?
Candidates who have been selected by the State Executive Committee to receive the State FFA degree.
Our Constitution sets up minimum qualifications which must be met before candidates are eligible for this election to this degree. In fact, Ms. Mossman, have you carefully examined and reviewed the records of these candidates?
I have with Valencia and we have found all candidates to be fully qualified.
We will now proceed to raise these members to the State FFA degree. Will the officers take their places beside me? Candidates, please rise.
The State FFA degree is the highest degree our state association can bestow. Some of you will one day earn the coveted golden key of the American FFA degree. We urge you to maintain throughout your adult lives the same enthusiasm and dedication that you bring to this ceremony today.
It is a great honor to be nominated for the State FFA degree. It is a greater honor to be selected for this degree by your fellow members of the New York FFA Association.
Your new achievement brings you greater honors as well as additional responsibilities. You have widened the field of your service and influence in the strengthening of agriculture, the most basic industry of our nation.
You have been urged to advance towards higher degrees in the FFA. We commend you for your accomplishments and encourage you to work towards new and higher goals in our organization and your chosen occupation.
In meeting the requirements of the Green Hand and Chapter FFA degrees, you were told that the golden charm of the C FFA degree was awaiting you. The bronze emblem of the Green Hand gave way to the silver emblem of the Chapter FFA degree, which now has evolved into that golden charm. This is symbolic of growth and the development in your chosen occupation. May the permanence and the rare and golden qualities of the emblem be a constant reminder of the strength of your education and the worthiness of your achievement. Therefore, on behalf of the New York FFA Association, I confer upon you the state FFA degree with its honors and privileges, and am eager to soon present to you this charm and the emblem of this degree. FFA members and guests, please help us in celebrating each of these qualified degree recipients as they receive their state degrees. Degree recipients, a volunteer will bring you backstage for recognition. But as we wait for these outstanding recipients to make their way to the stage, we're proud to hear from our state-winning talent Your gift today, it is an honor to finally welcome our accredited recipients.
Lily Ackley. Sierra Allen. Ava Anderson. Caleb Archibald. Ryan Armitage. Cullen Arnold. Grace Arnold. Emma Bailey. Richard Barber. Cheyenne Barnes. Nick Beaver. Serena Bell. Hunter Bennett. Elena Bliss. Christiana Horst. Caroline Horst. Eric Bowes. Nolan Boyles. Alexa Freeds. Ariana Bridger. Alex Brockway. Ashley Brooker. Callie Brown. Darian Brown. Paul Fish. Madeline Berger. Dalton Murdoch. Kate Burrows. Carly Bush. Caleb Bush. Margot Canzanier. Morgan Kingman. Gavin Carpenter. Stephen Pace. Kathleen Charette. Taylor Jakes. Peter Chuka. Keegan Clayton. Charlotte Collins. Chastity Constance. Abigail Conti.
Let's go, Caleb!
Connor Earl. Hannah Easton. Megan Emersall. Jordan Evans. Haley Ellis. Logan Kingsbury. Aiden Diesel. Riley Coburn. Alia Kowaleski. Danica Schwaznik. Addison Shawley.
Woo! Nice job, Addison!
Gracie Sheep. Haley Shipman. Verity Sibley. Lucas Smart. Trinity Smith.
That's right!
Kelsey Songster.
Go, Kelsey!
Thomas Spann. Addison Spanner-Meyer. Timothy Stan.
Go, Tim!
Zoe Starry. Addison Stitt. Adeline Scrub. Braden Stutzman. Maddox Sweet. Olivia Strular. Hunter Tansey. Connor Testa. Andrea Thayer. Grace Tiller. Avery Timmons. Chloe Toller. Nathan Tomeo. Noah Tomeo. Samuel Torres Rivers.
Whoa, Sam!
Danielle Trickle. Kendall Trombley. Aubrey Tunick. Jacob Turek. Anastasia Usmanova. Camden Vandenbosch. Olivia Beneva. Jasmine Van Hosen. Elaine Vaughn. Michaela Velasco. Elizabeth Vincent. Sophia Vitale. Lydia Wade. Darren Wally. Benjamin Walrath. Michaela Walsh. Antonio Walsh.
with our current State FFA officer team. They have done an extraordinary job this year, serving you, taking time to grow as leaders and as individuals, and really just shaping the direction that our organization would go. An organization elects leaders that will create the culture, that will create the experiences of all of their members. And when this team was elected, there were certain things that came to light because of who they were. And so, while I don't want to take too much time, I think it would be really inappropriate for us not to take a moment to recognize and celebrate the team of officers that has led you for the past year. And so, if you'll indulge me, I'd like to take a moment and share some of the experiences that I have had with each of them that you need to know about before they have a chance to take off their jackets and move into retirement. And I would love to start with Mr. Matthew Moe. Exhibits maturity, it exhibits love, it exhibits an outward and generous mindedness that turns the whole world into a place of potential for positive growth. And so I think I can say really easily that every person in this room has loved being seen and led by you, myself included. When I think of what you do more fully for the world around us, I consider, so don't forget yet, Hannah, or Kelly, I consider understand what it looks like to live in community with others as if we are brothers, right? Like Mark. Mark has cared so authentically, genuinely, and purposefully for each of you. He has been so intentional about making sure that every member of his team, but every camper, every conference attendee, every adult has felt as if they are with him because he is with them. You've made your entire team stronger. You have served so many people in a way that we would have not been complete without, and I admire who you are as a leader, and I expect such great things from you. When I think of what you bring more fully to the world around us, and you brought more fully to our team, is the idea of purposefully. What matters most? You knew what matters most. You inherently know it. It's inside of you like a compass, and you bring everyone along with you because it's probably going to be more fun if you're with Mark, and because you want to make sure that everybody is going someplace of value and they can value, and that is a tremendous thing. Let's hear it for our state president, Mark. So Kaylee has been on the FFA radar since she was like a nugget. And she showed up and decided she was just going to start winning contests. And so when Kaylee was elected, I knew who she was because she had kept going to the national level in some competition or another. And I knew we had a young woman who was full of skill. And so when I think of Kaylee, what I think comes to mind is the part of the FFA faith that talks about believing in my ability to work efficiently and think clearly with such knowledge and skill as I can secure. This is the dream of what FFA is about for every teacher in the room. A student who runs full tilt, like a track star, right, toward that goal of growth and ability and talent and accomplishment. But we talked about this earlier, how you don't do that just for yourself. You do it because you're motivated to do your best for the world around you. And I think that Kaylee is an example to all of us that we can be authentic and we can be filled with a motivation to do something good for the world around us. But we really amplify the capacity of what we can do when we're willing to put our effort into becoming the very best we can be, even when we're uncomfortable, even when we don't know how to do it. Kaylee's been the one who's going to step forward and say, I will learn. And not only will she learn, she will become tremendous at it, but she's done it because of love for you. Kaylee, when I think of you, I think of the word masterful. Because not only do you do things well, you do them to the absolute best of your ability, and usually anybody's ability. But there comes this level of classiness and intention that comes with being masterful, and I've seen it from you all year. I'm so grateful for your year of service. To your FFA, help me celebrate. So Leah just has a tremendous heart, a heart that cares deeply about everyone around her in a way that is rooted very, very deeply like a tree. You know, as deep as your roots go, that's how far your branches can go. And I envision Leah like that. When I think about Leah, I think from the FFA Creed again, with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. Because Leah can chatter a lot, but she is the one who's always going to step forward and do what needs to be done to help others believe more in the task at hand. Whether it's seeing a student in need at a conference and stepping aside to make sure that they feel comfortable and that they belong, whether it's doing tremendous work to make sure that she shows up prepared to prove what FFA is capable of doing for those of you here, whether it is shoveling out a driveway, there's nothing that Leah views as being beneath her. And in a world full of people who like titles and speeches, Leah is a woman who likes service and purpose. And I think that you model to each of us that if we believe it, it will change the way we act. And Leah is changed by the way that she acts. I know you're hoping I'm going to use the word gracefully for you, but I'm not. I'm going to use the word faithfully. Because I think that faith implies a sense of purpose and a sense of loyalty that you really have exhibited all year long.
That's my niece.
That is it. All right, finally, Miss Zoe. So, Zoe is a tremendous young person, and I am so grateful. Okay, I'm so emotional because I've been trying to do something. I'm going to do something that I'm not good at, and so I hope that you will give me some grace. Because all year long I have heard Zoe rock in this world in multiple languages. No matter what language she spoke, she was here to treat others in a way that brought them to the table. And I know that not all of your family is as fluent as you are, and so I've tried to put something together here. And so I hope you'll forgive me if it's horrible. Zoe, eres una joven extraordinaria. Tu bondad, tu consideración, tu ambición y tu compromiso con un compromiso en un ejemplo digno y confianza en una vida servidora. Sé que has hecho muchísimos sacrificios, pero nunca te has quejado. Tu amor por demás te manifiesta tal como son sonrisa, radiante, serena y confiada. Presidente sumamente agradecido de haber podido ser testigo de su año de servicio. Estaré aquí para tu mucho puesto que este concluye. Gracias por compartir con nosotros este año chispa, tu visión de un futuro más sólido y a tu hermosa familia. For those of you who have no idea what I just said, for a long time listening. Zoe is somebody who is just radiant, and she radiates happiness, but she radiates a goodness toward other people. And so when I think of what she shares from our everyday ritual, I think of the phrase, in being happy myself and playing square with those whose happiness depends upon me. And that has embodied Zoe's leadership this year. She has always brought to the room a sense of gratitude and a joy from within, because she is happy not because of circumstances, but because of who she is and because of what she believes. But she also has never once thought to put her own gain and satisfaction above somebody else. In fact, she's often put her own confidence and comfort beneath someone else's, and I think that that's really admirable. And I wish that I were more like that, and I wish a lot more people were, and I'm grateful for it. When I think of the full that you bring to the world around us, it's hope. Hopefully, we see leaders like you step forward and offer people a place and offer people a sense of belonging. And that's not something everybody sees everywhere, and it's something we need a whole lot more of. And I'm so grateful that we got it from Zoe this year. So, FFA members, will you help me stand this? Will you help me celebrate Zoe? They selected their convention team of Fully with the idea that you are the difference. They have been the difference, but what they have hoped that you have seen is that the reality is that you are the difference. Whether you are wearing an association jacket now, whether you ever will or work and have one once, you have the capacity to serve the world in a way that only you can. And so I hope that you will take from their example that you can move forward from this convention and serve like this team, our 100th team of state officers, in a way that brings what only you bring to the world fully to life. Let's hear it for our 100th state officer team, Zoe, Leah, Amy,
Before we move on to the next FFA
tradition, we would like to recognize 10 very important individuals who made this moment possible. Our state nominee committee dedicated many nights and weeks and did a lot of homework before ever getting the opportunity to meet our state officer candidates in person. Throughout our state selection process, they were the ones pulling late nights, making intentional choices to honor every single candidate, while identifying a new team that will lead our association into the next year. We are incredibly proud of the way they accomplished their tasks and grateful for their service. The members of our committee were Alejandro Lopez, John Down, Annalie Akma, Sinego Forbes, Emily Hardy, Sydney, Gable Arnott, Jasper Truesford, Hunter Bennett Tilly, Mel Pratt, Capacity Officer, Maya Bearcup Homer, Rose Portland, Noah Davis, Capacity Officer, and Lily Golden, Alexandra Bay. Your 2026-2027 state officer team. This moment marks the start of one of the most memorable, rewarding, challenging, and fulfilling years of your life. The next 365 days will shape you as individuals and bring you together as teammates. Have faith in each other and yourselves, and always know that you are capable of greatness. As our year comes to a close, we now pass the torch of leadership to you and entrust you with the responsibility of guiding our association. I'm confident that New York FFA can expect one of the best years ever. With the current state officer team, please take your places for the installation ceremony of our next state officer team.
Emily, as Sentinel White, your duties include welcoming our friends, caring for meeting rooms and equipment, and providing for the comfort of our members and guests. It is also your duty to assist in conducting meetings and ceremonies. Let's get you in jail. Woohoo!
Maddie, as reporter-elect, your duty is to inform the public about FFA. We're expected to work closely with the media, including the state and national FFA publications. You should keep record of photographs and articles published concerning the FFA and its members. You're responsible for compiling our information. Excuse me, Jack.
require you to keep an accurate record of receipts and disbursements and provide regular financial reports. It is also your responsibility to assist in developing the association budget and maintain sound financial practices. Let's get you to the jacket.
FFA. From time to time, during your year, you may encounter difficult problems, but through cooperation, hard work, and dedication, you will succeed, and the FFA will prosper. Do each of you accept the responsibilities of your office, and will do your best to uphold ideals and principles of the FFA? If so, answer, we do. I now declare each of you properly and duly installed in the respective office to which you were elected. May your year of service be marked by integrity, dedication, and a cooperative spirit. Seek harmony among your fellow officers and set high standards of leadership for all association members. FFA members and guests, it is an honor to present to you for the very first time the complete and full 2026-2027 State Officer Team. Zoe, Leah, Kaylee, Mark, Dylan, and Matthew. Thank you. Thank you for fully showing up for every single member here today and serving as the best versions of yourselves. New York FFA is incredibly grateful to have known you and to have had you as our officers. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Let's, New York FFA, please give it up one more time for your 2025-2026
embrace your internal blossoms.
In the past year alone, we have increased our membership by 20%, and our participation right here at the Cornerstone event has increased by 30%. In much more personal ways, we watched our younger members grow in their confidence and skills. Our older members have become from leaders of themselves to leaders of others. And all of that has allowed us to reach not only our chapters, but the agricultural industry as a whole. And the credit for our success, it belongs to you. As we are preparing to leave here today and end our time at this wonderful event, I challenge you to remember all that you have learned and take these lessons and to put them into practice in your own lives. Chapter officers, how will you continue to reach out and impact your school and communities? High school members, how will you continue to make your chapters warm and welcoming? Middle school members, what's the next big step for you in this year? And it's not just us. Parents and supporters, how will you continue to show up in any way that you can so that you can grow your children to be confident and driven? And advisors, how will you understand just how crucial your influence is on those in the blue jacket, even when you seem overwhelmed and underappreciated? We have the choice to leave here today and move on, or to leave here and move forward. I hope that you will join me in leaving here purposefully, because when you plant your roots, you change the future. And when each of us decides to show up as the best version of ourselves, we change the world. And if you show up fully, you are the difference. Secretary Kyle, do you have a record of any further business which should not be transacted?
Yes, I do. If you're seated in the first half of the stadium, please assist us in putting chairs on the racks so that we can move forward to the next steps of cleaning up this convention.
Does any member know any new or unfinished business which should not properly come before this meeting? We are about to adjourn the final session of the 101st New York State FFA Convention. As we mingle with others, let us be diligent in labor, just in our dealings, courteous to everyone, and above all, honest and fair in the game of life. Fellow members and guests, please join me in a salute to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I now call this meeting adjourned.
Cheers.